Now that you've learned common Russian words, phrases, and have a decent understanding of basic Russian grammar, you may move to the next step: reading fairy tales. Yes, you heard that correctly, fairy tales. You might think of yourself, why am I going to read fairy tales? I'm not a child anymore. Exactly. Actually, if you want to speak Russian properly, you have to learn it the same way you learned your native language when you were a child. I personally read a lot of Russian fairy tales starting from my second month of learning Russian. I used to read at least 2 fairy tales per week. Not just read them, but translate every single word that I didn't understand. At the beginning, in order to finish one small page, it took me 1 hour or more because I had to translate every single word. Then it became easier when my vocabulary got richer. So I got to the point where I could read the whole fairy tale in just 1 day. I also listened to fairy tales with the transcription. That helped me to pronounce Russian words correctly as well. I used to go to the bookstore or the kids store every weekend to buy those fairy tales, and I'm so glad I did it. Actually, it was really fun as well, remembering childhood, because many of the fairy tales that I read in Russian were similar to those that I read when I was a child. So I want you to go ahead and buy fairy tales, or you can find them online for free. I want you to read them, translate every single page of those fairy tales, and also make a summary once you finish reading. Then move to the next fairy tale and keep doing that until you feel that you are understanding every fairy tale without using the translation. Only at this point you can move to the next phase in your journey of learning the Russian language as a foreigner. See you in the next video.